This dude's a beast. Darn it. Trying to stop this kid, man, that's a hard fail. You would think I'm lying, telling tall tales. 250 pounds weighing like LeBron scale. 30-inch vert, no mistakes. He run a 40-yard dash in 4.8. This man will put you on your ass, he was born to play. He gon' tell the NFL sorry for the wait. Big dude, athletic like Brown. He gon' get that bag, he gon' feed his mom's mind. He going real far, Hong Kong. Give that man that football, he be gone. He go a mile a minute, the sky's the limit. And he's still making progression. You tell him to do it, he did it, he fast and he big. They ain't gonna come with aggression. Sheer size with that speed, it was unfair. Other players can't see him like a nun's hair.
D, you hyping? Let me get into this. Every year there's always that one kid that's going to physically overpower you with their athleticism and strength to show you things that you've never seen anyone do at that size. A dude like that is not your typical high school player. If you aren't familiar with 6'8", 250-pound senior out of Desert Pines High School, you are missing out. He's nothing but spectacular at the tight end position and is getting comparisons to LeBron physically. Alright, that's just not fair. I mean, look at this guy. The dude is a cheat code. Darnell Washington, class of 2020, has committed to Georgia as the number 2 tight end in his class. A guy that is too fast and athletic for linebackers while also being too big for most guys on the field. He's also too big for defensive backs and should be able to develop into a dynamic blocker on the edge. In high school he played both tight end and defensive end, but grew to be one of the most elite players in the country. Being compared to one of the greatest athletes like LeBron could set him up for failure. I mean, there isn't one person that will be close to Bron. He had a 40-inch vert and ran a 4.6 40 and he's 6'9". There are two similarities between the two athletes though. Washington at 18 years old is 6'8", 250 pounds and is a nightmare for defenses at the tight end position. He also has a 7'3" wingspan, but we all know LeBron when he played football was a flat-out animal. LeBron was one guy that could have went to the NFL from high school and played. But LeBron at 35 is 6'9", 250 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. So these guys are pretty similar in size, but Darnell Washington may have the advantage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's for sure a strong maybe. He was the most physically dominating high school player in the country. Washington ran a 4.8 40 and had a 30-inch vert. He said, "I'm too fast for linebackers, and I'm too big and physical for corners and safeties." He is only the 3rd tight end to earn a 5-star ranking since 2011. It almost doesn't even make sense to see a guy of his size running through the secondary of a defense, unless you're going to have your defensive end run over and shadow him. No one is going to be big enough to hang with the guy in the open space. I do think people are going to be surprised by what this young man can do after the catch. He's got tremendous long speed for someone his size, and once he's free in your secondary, your defensive back is going to need to do everything they can to tackle this monster. If this guy doesn't end up playing on Sundays, I would be absolutely shocked. These types of physical abilities and athleticism doesn't just show up every day. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching today's video on Darnell Washington. I'll be back soon with more sports leaks, and as always, keep it crispy.